What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 13 of my Puckpedia offseason series, making a roster for all 32 teams. Got my little brother Will here today.
That's good, boys.
Hell yeah. So diving right into it, we got the Kings here coming into the offseason with $22 million in cap space to spend. I know they're one of the bigger names rumored for Mitch Marner, but I just don't think Marner would go to LA just because it's a bigger market and it's expensive, and I think he could get a deal where he makes more revenue somewhere else, even though it would be at the same cap hit.
Yeah, I mean, LA's they've got some cap space, but I'd say they have to kind of spend most of that money re-signing some guys.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Because I mean,
they can afford what Mitch wants.
Yeah, if you were to give Marner like $14 million, you got 8 left for. You need a right wing too. You probably want to get another left defenseman. So yeah, diving into it though. So looking at their roster right now, big holes are the left wing 1, right wing 2, and left D2. So we're gonna hop in here. We're gonna We're gonna find a left wing 1. We're gonna bring back Andrei Kuzmenko, who they traded for like right before the deadline, and he played great on the Kings. He was great in the playoffs, especially on a line with Kopitar and Kempe. So we'll bring him back. I'll do like $5 million for 3 years here. I think that's fair.
I'd say it's fair. I mean, he's only 29, so deal runs out. 32 years old. I feel like
here we get look at his player card here. See, okay, I guess they don't have him in the Pacific. Where was he before? Where did he get traded from? I totally forgot.
Seattle?
Oh, no. There we go. Philly.
Yeah.
All right, obviously, we don't remember. $4.3 million in the offseason. And he's projected, let's see. He's projected $4.5 million. So maybe we're even being a little generous with this, but that's how the free agent market works, right?
Yeah,
you always got to overpay.
Make sure you get him.
Exactly. So, bang, $5 million for 3 years. He's 29. That'll kind of lock him up till he's 32, and then if he falls off a little bit, you won't be paying him by the time he's 33. So you can just go from there and extend him if you want. So right wing 2. So. Actually, we'll come back to that. We'll do left D2 first. So we're going to bring back another guy who the Kings just had, Vladislav Gavrikov. Let's see what they think he's worth here. I'm thinking like $7.5 million because against me. Wow. Wow. Not that means he's worth $9 million, but he played like a $9 million guy, which is pretty crazy because there are some intangibles that you just can't get in a model like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Even still, I feel like that seems a little high.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
If they were to offer him a contract, I'd say they'd go. Even though it's a free agent market, you got to go a little lower than that. Save your money.
Yeah, you can't give him 9. But he's valued here, or not valued. He's projected to get $7.6 million in free agency. So let's see how he's 29. So 6 years. I think until he's 35, because he's going to get term no matter where he goes. Because you're LA and it's a higher tax city, you might even have to give him 8 year. Honestly, really? I think so. You got to make yourself more of an attractive option, by giving him more money than any other team. Also, though, he has a chance to win in LA, which, there probably would be teams in on that also have a chance to win. But
I mean, yeah, I'd say LA's kind of in a win now mode. I'd say bringing Kuzmenko back, that'd be good. He kind of plays well with Kopitar. And let's find a good second winger here.
Yeah, so
that'd really help them.
Looking at my trade board here, a right winger I think I could totally see the Kings going for is Rickard Rakell. They have the assets to make a trade for him. So what we're going to do here, I think you got to give up more than just like Spence for Rakell. So actually Alex Laferriere as an RFA, who would be a great right wing too. So you don't need to make this trade. I'm just making it to, spice it up a little bit, make the offseason look more interesting. So we're not going to resign Laferriere, which you could do, and he could be a good right wing too. But again, like Will said, you're in win now mode. I mean, Kopitar's 37, Doughty and Kemper are 35. Like, you got to win now. So I think you trade for a guy here who kind of helps your window, helps you get a better chance at winning the cup. You go for Ricard Raquel. So we're going to give Spence and Laferriere, as well as get Erik Karlsson, because trading Spence leaves a right D hole. And you can totally trade for Karlsson. The Penguins could 100% or retain 50%, 100% possible of his cap. So getting Raquel and Karlsson for a combined $10 million, I mean, let's do the math here, see what they're worth, Raquel, 8.4, Karlsson, 5.7. So you're getting basically like a $4 million surplus value, because their combined cap hits here would be 10 mil, but you're getting basically $14 million worth of value. So
that's if you're looking at this from the Penguins side of things, like they'll have no problem giving this up. They're kind of starting to enter a rebuild phase. And I mean,
want to get younger guys who are NHL ready. I mean, that's what Dubas came out and said.
Ricard Raquel, he's a goal scorer. I think he'd be a great piece for the Kings here, help them pick up some more wins in the playoffs.
100%. Laferriere, we'll go Laferriere, Spence, and a first. Might be a little too much. Maybe you could get away with a second here, but you're the king. Well, we're gonna make it the 2026 first, because this was probably gonna be after the draft if this trade were to happen. So 2026 first. But if you're LA, I mean, number one, if you make this trade, what else would you need to spend a first on at the deadline? Barring injuries, maybe you'd have to trade if you have a season-ending injury to like Byfield, Fiala, Kopitar. But you won't really need your first year for anything else if you make this trade, as long as everyone stays healthy. Like, your roster would be pretty fully built here. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to submit this trade. Maybe it's an overpay, but if you're the Kings, you still get great value in this deal. You get an offensive defenseman in Karlsson who could put up like 60 points a year. Everyone has been shit-talking his Penguins career, but he's been able to put up 60 points every year, or at least like 50. And he's played all 82 games both years. So, and then
can't forget the year he had with the Sharks before he went to the Pens. I mean,
true.
You don't know. Maybe he goes crazy again. So I'd say
wouldn't bet on it, but maybe.
Yeah. Maybe. Only 2 years left. 35 years old. I'd say
younger than Doughty.
Time's out.
Same age as Doughty, actually. Yeah. And then Raquel just put up almost 40 goals, I think. Unless he actually got 35 goals, 70 points.
Solid.
It's perfect. It's perfect for your second line. Perfect scoring winger to put with a playmaker like Byfield. Although Fiala's kind of scoring winger too, but you can, this whole top six is pretty interchangeable. I think anyone could play on any line in this top six. Would you agree with that? And your third line here is still pretty solid. I know Trevor Moore is kind of a trade chip right now. But I think you keep him. You get pretty good value here by having him at $4 million, I'm pretty sure. 40-point guy. Like, it's a solid third liner. Maybe if you were LA and you wanted to dump some cap, Deneau would probably be a guy who would be a trade chip. Maybe Edmondson too. But other than that, also, I mean, we're going to go for a backup goalie here as well. Just because I don't think that Eric Portillo is a good enough backup goalie. I don't really know who he is, so maybe I'm sleeping on the guy, but we currently have $985K in cap space. So let's find a guy who you can pay basically under $1 million for. I'd say your best option here. You could bring back David Riddick, but he's kind of old. Maybe Kaapo Kakkonen. I think that's just a solid guy. He's not going to put up any crazy numbers or anything, but he can fill in when Kemper needs an off night. And 800 save percentage, 4 GAA in one game. So, we'll give him $950K for 2 years. Maybe 1 year, just to be safe, just in case he's actually really bad.
Yeah, I mean, might as well give the guy a shot. If
Yeah.
it doesn't turn out to be anything, they got
Exactly.
Portillo still to put in.
And if it works out, you extend them.
Yeah.
If you have the money. Because this, I mean, $35,000 in cap space now after these moves. Again, there's a few guys you could trade to clear some space. Like you don't need to pay your 3C $5.5 million. So you could totally slot Fogel in at the 3C and trade Dano for a cheaper bottom six winger. Maybe Turcotte could slot up there. But I think this is a pretty good roster. I think this helps get the Kings, back into a contending window. Hopefully this roster would be able to get over Edmonton for the first time in what would be 5 years. If you're lucky, you don't play them at all in the first round, right?
Yeah, I mean, still got McDavid locked up for one more year, so good chance to end up seeing them at least. I mean, some point in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But say this year would be the year to make it past them.
Yeah.
It's been rough.
So you think this is a good enough team to win a cup?
Honestly, possibly. I mean, some of these guys here, they've got experience in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They could lead a team. They got some good veterans,
Yeah.
like offense and defense, and a solid goalie to back them up. So.
Yeah.
I could see them making a run, but it might be hard for them to get past one of the powerhouses.
Yeah, like the Avs or the Stars.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Maybe this team could beat them.
Hey.
Depends what the Avs do this offseason.
Be an interesting matchup for sure.
Avs and Stars. I mean, Stars are super cap strapped right now, so maybe LA can benefit from that by coming in the offseason with a lot more cap space. Maybe taking over the West a little bit, but. We'll see. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I appreciate you tuning in and watching. I'm going to link the Puckpedia roster in the description right below. So feel free to leave a comment either here on YouTube or directly on the roster using the link below. So that's going to do it for this video.